Hi, it's day number 10 of our resurrection eggs. But before we talk about that today, I just want to talk to you a little bit and remind you about what a special day it is today, part of Holy Week. The Christian culture, today being Friday, this day is commemorated and called Good Friday. But I guess I've wondered when I was a kiddo, why would we call it Good Friday when it was such a sad day? I mean, Jesus died on the cross. Well, it was a sad day, especially for those people back then who saw this happen and were part of Jesus' life. And it's always sad when someone dies. But for us, it's Good Friday because without Jesus' death on the cross, he couldn't have had victory over death through his resurrection on Easter. So we know the rest of the story. So yes, it is Good Friday. All right, we're going to move on to egg number 10 today. Look, we just about got them all opened. The 10th egg is a cream-colored egg. And inside of it, we have a piece of gauze. See? And the gauze reminds us of the linen cloth that was used to wrap Jesus' body after he died and was taken off of the cross. You can read about this in Matthew chapter 27, verses 57 through 61. Now remember, we talked about the Jewish leaders, the religious leaders, not believing that Jesus was the Son of God. And ultimately, they're the reason that he was killed on the cross. They were the ones that turned him in to Pilate and arrested him, and we know how the rest of the story went. But there were a few Jewish leaders who did believe that Jesus was the Messiah, their Savior, the Son of God. But they were afraid to let anybody know because they were afraid that they would be killed too. However, once they witnessed Jesus' death on the cross, those who believed that he was the Son of God, they couldn't hide it any longer. They knew they had to come out and do something. One of the Jewish religious leaders that did believe in Jesus as a Son of God was Joseph of Arimathea. And so after Jesus' death, he went to Pilate and asked if he could have Jesus' body because he wanted to put it in a tomb, bury it in the proper way. That's what the custom was back then. So isn't it exciting that Joseph loved Jesus enough to really risk his own life to honor Jesus in such a wonderful way? So Joseph of Arimathea took the body of Jesus, took it to a tomb that he owned, and placed Jesus' body in that tomb and used the linen to wrap Jesus' body in. The gauze was something that reminds us of the linen that was used to wrap Jesus' body in. So today, why don't you try and think of a way that you might be able to help someone, a friend, a neighbor, maybe even someone in your own household. And think of Jesus and the love that Joseph showed him by wrapping his body lovingly in preparation for his burial. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day, guys. Bye.